So this weekend I was in Cincinnati for the Comics Expo there, and really cool con. So if you're in the Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana area, this is one that you should definitely check out. It's also got to be depending on what you're looking for. As a comic book collector, I loved that they had two or three full rows of comic book vendors, which you don't see at cons very much anymore. So that was a really cool thing that I could just go digging through stuff. Solid celebrity lineup row. You had Jason Isaacs from Harry Potter and The Patriot. You had Peter Weller, who was RoboCop. You had Sam Jones, Flash Gordon, all the voice actors from X-Men, the animated series. So it was really, really good for fans of wanting to get to meet some of these celebrities. They had a smaller comic creator area, so I guess that's my only knock really on the con, is I hope that if they go back to the bigger venue, they can bring a lot more indie comic book creators and just other more comic book creators. They had a couple big names there, so it was well worth it, but I just would love to have seen a little bit more of the comic community aspect of it. Besides that, though, again, I think this is kind of like a temporary spot as the Cincinnati Downtown Convention Center is getting worked out. But really great con. Free parking. The staff was great throughout the whole time of dealing with lines and things like that. So highly recommend checking it out if you are in the area. But you guys want to see what I got, so let's check it out. So first, let me tell you about one of the coolest things I saw there at the con. I always love to do a couple laps around to get a vibe of what's going on, what I'm interested in. And going through the vendor/artist alley area, I ran into this guy who was doing a series called 9 to 5 Warriors. Man, check this out. These are the figures. So Brandon is the creator of this line. So he wanted to make these old school action figures that reminded him of his childhood. Like, so I get a lot of those, like the food fight vibes, whatever those figures were called. I'm blanking on it. Someone in the comments, let me know. Had a cool little cereal box I have not put together yet. A comic to go, because if you're buying toys, you want to know what's going on. But I highly recommend, if you love like action figures and collecting stuff in the 90s, he has 4 figures out right now. One is a guy who has a like scotch tape roll that you can actually put scotch tape in it and he can rappel down. There's this one that's Pringle chips that basically are unstackable, and then it goes from 1 character to 3. Really cool designs. They feel great when you're looking at the toys. I'm going to keep mine in the box because the packaging is just so nice as well. All the different characters have the artwork on it. At the time of this video, there's a Kickstarter right now to get 4 more going. So I highly recommend checking out. I'll have the link to it in the description of this video. Really cool. Those are the things I like to see checking out at con. Something that I never knew about. But 9 to 5 Warriors, it's this basically food line of you have leftover food from in the office versus the office supplies. Kind of gives me Small Soldier vibes. Really, really neat. Love to see the creativity there. Where do we go next? Let's go trades. I got a couple of trades from Half Off Trades. So there was Kill Them All from Kyle Starks from Oni Press. I love Kyle Starks. You know, I've had him on the show multiple times. Another Kyle Starks book, Rock Candy Mountain. Really cool. I could not pass up Infidel. I just had Pornsack on the show previous video before this. So when I saw that for like super discount, I was like, let's go. You can never have too many Infidel copies. Fear Agent Volume 2. I've been on a big Rick Remender kick lately. I have Volume 1 up on the shelf behind me, so why not add Volume 2? So always love picking up trades and things like that. So I didn't do too much indie comics because there wasn't a lot there. But one of the creators I was excited to meet, Matt Wagner, creator of Grendel, was there. So I had Batman Grendel signed. Matt is known for his covers they did for Green Arrow. He did a lot for Batman, but I had to get Onomatopoeia, the first cover appearance, like such a good one. So, and Matt also has a really cool Kickstarter going on right now with Kelley Jones, Dracula. I'll have the link to that in the description as well. I think that's wrapping up soon. What else? Ooh, check this out. So I mentioned celebrities. I could not meet Sam Jones. Flash Gordon, such a great movie. I got him to sign this homage cover of Flash Gordon the movie. This is the issue 1 from Mad Cave Studios, who has a whole new line. Jeremy Adams is writer. Will Conrad had them on this summer talking about Flash Gordon. But it was cool to see that he had these books at his con, at his table. He had just tabled next to Will Conrad, the artist of the series, a couple weeks ago. And so really cool to see celebrities embracing, these comics that their characters are featured in, that they're kind of featured in a little bit, and he was selling them, and so neat. And then I got to sit and talk to him about Flash Gordon comics for a really long time. And he also threw in a Flash Gordon signed New York Jets football card. Let's go. I basically became best friends with Flash Gordon, so what can I say? Then I had to go do some digging, right? You always got to hunt. I didn't get any major banger books, as they call them, but as you guys know, if you've watched enough of these haul videos, I always look for obscure things that I love. One thing I love is movie books, right? Movie comic books are the best. Independence Day. So you got your Will Smiths in here, your Bill Pullman, your Jeff Goldblum. Awesome cover. Come on. The White House blowing up on the alien spaceship is such an iconic moment in the movie. To get that on the cover, I couldn't pass that up. And now, I know this is weird, but I've gone down a really random rabbit hole here as of late. I've been picking up a whole bunch of the further adventures of Indiana Jones. So, I was dollar bin diving, but Indiana Jones 3, and some of them I already had. So I have 1, I think I had 2, Indiana Jones 4 there, Indiana Jones 15, 25, 27, 29, 32. If you've watched these haul videos before, you know that I'm really trying to get my Batman Volume 1 run collected. It's kind of stalled a little bit because I'm starting to get to the point where I kind of drop 25 to 30 bucks on a book, and it's a little harder to do at cons because it takes up my money and I can't get as much cool stuff. So, but it's really cool to check those out. Let's see what else. Let's see what else I got. I got some other stuff. So you're going to see a theme here real quick, but a couple weeks ago I was on Dan Comic Chop News channel. We were doing a kind of celebration of Jennifer and her love for Batwoman. So Comics Will Break Your Heart. She's been battling her fight with cancer. I'll have a link to the GoFundMe in there as well. So if you want to throw some money and support that, that's great. But we talked about Batwoman Elegy, which is her favorite comic book series. And so when I'm at this con, I had to go hunting. So I believe 52 issue number 7 is the first appearance of Kate Kane, not as Batwoman, just as Kate Kane. And I think this issue 9 is the first cameo appearance of Batwoman. Then I did pick up one of the runs on Batwoman. This is the first appearance of Alice. And I also think it's the first appearance of Kate Kane's dad in here. And then the Piece de Resistance, I got the first full appearance of Kate Kane as Batwoman. And obviously she is on the cover, so 5211. So cool. So those were all the comics and not all the signatures I picked up. There's one more signature I gotta show y'all. Come with me. All right, gang, we are over at my Turtles arcade cabinet. When I found out this creator was going to be there, I had to take off the top piece, and look at that. I now have a signed Kevin Eastman Turtles arcade. That's right. And you put Cowabunga and Radical on it. So now that sits in the cave in all its glory. Kevin freaking Eastman, creator of my childhood right there. And I got my picture taken with him. We look good. So there it is, gang. That's my haul from the Cincinnati Comic Expo. It was a really good con. Highly recommend checking it out if you're in the area. Let me know what your favorite item is that I got at the con, or what your favorite thing is that I got signed. And as always, hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, and nerd out. Peace.